Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I want to discuss 10 signs your ex still has feelings for you. I know you're going to be interested in this topic. When you are in no contact, when you're hoping to hear from your ex, or when you've been broken up with and you're somehow still in contact with your ex for reasons maybe such as you work together or you have children together, you're going to look for signs, or you're going to be hoping to see signs that they still have feelings for you. Now, unfortunately, just because they still have feelings for you, it doesn't mean that they want to get back together. But it's certainly better than them not having feelings for you. And obviously, the more of these signs you see, the better it is. But before I let you know what those signs are, I want to remind you to be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And also, be sure to check out my new book, No Contact Secrets, at nocontactsecrets.com, where you can also read 2 free chapters. All right, let's get started with the 10 signs. The first one is that your ex stays in contact. So they keep reaching out, texting, calling, especially if they don't have to, meaning that there's no unfinished business between you anymore. Obviously, if there is unfinished business, if you owned things together, or you had to give them back their stuff, they had to give you back their stuff, and they're calling about that, that's not the same thing. But if there's no reason for them to continue reaching out, that means that they probably still have feelings for you. But again, if you're going to do no contact, you don't want to be responding unless they say something significant, as I've talked about in many videos, and I will put those links below. But they may want to keep texting and talking with you because they don't want that part of the relationship to end, or they're hoping to transfer the relationship from a romantic relationship to a friendship. So while it's a good sign that they want to keep in touch, it doesn't mean they want to get back together. Number 2 is that they are nostalgic. And the Cambridge Dictionary defines nostalgic as feeling happy and also slightly sad when you think about things that happened in the past. And so if they often bring up happy shared memories, they reminisce, they talk about things in the past, your vacation, that special night in Bali under the stars, then there's feelings there. Otherwise, they would bury that memory and not even want to think about it. I remember one time I was talking to an ex, and he discussed one of the last times that we saw each other. We went to a club, and he said, "You looked great. You were the most beautiful woman there." And I'm thinking, yeah, but that didn't stop you from breaking up with me now, did it? So if they have memories that they are reminiscing about, that is a good sign. Number 3, and I know people get this a lot and it's always confusing, and that is mixed signals. Don't we all hate those mixed signals? And you're going to be confused about their intentions, and that's because they probably are too. And this is often exhibited in blocking and unblocking you for no apparent reason, meaning you didn't give them a reason to block you. You weren't constantly calling or texting them. So you're not doing anything. So they block you, and then they unblock you, and then they block you, and then they unblock you. That means that they're struggling with the breakup, and they're blocking you so they don't look at your social media or feel tempted to contact you. And that means that they still have feelings for you, because otherwise they would just block you, and that's it. You stay blocked. Or they wouldn't block you, and they wouldn't care. Another way that mixed signals can be exhibited by your ex is if they reach out to you and you respond, and then they disappear. So annoying, right? And that means that sometimes they feel like they should get back with you, and so they reach out, and then they decide, nah, I want to stay broken up, and then that's why they disappear. Or they missed you at that moment, they reached out, you responded, and then they're good, they don't miss you anymore, so they don't respond. This is why I say you don't respond unless they say something significant, and even then you want to wait a couple of days to see if they're going to reach out again. And so that can help to clear up the mixed signals. Number 4 is, speaking of blocking, if they haven't blocked you or erased all your photos. Now, maybe it's a fake breakup, maybe they're not that upset that they need to block you or erase photos, or maybe they have a secure attachment style so they don't see any point in blocking you, especially if you haven't done anything to warrant them blocking you. And maybe, like me, they just like to keep up photos. But either way, it's a good sign if you're not blocked and the photos are still up. Number 5, they get jealous. That's always a great indicator of their interest level. And it's often a good strategy to use depending on the circumstances. Now, I talked about this in the video of my client Chris, in the topic, or the title was How to Get Your Ex Back, Step-by-Step Instructions, where we used jealousy, and his ex immediately contacted him. He heard from her right away. But be careful. You have to be very subtle with this. You don't want to put up a picture of you kissing someone else or in bed with someone else. Not doing anything, but just, picture of you in bed. Because, it can go either way. It can either work to your advantage, or it can either just totally turn them off. So you have to be very subtle in how you use the jealousy card. And obviously, if they exhibit signs of jealousy, they still have feelings. Otherwise, they wouldn't care. And part B, if they try to make you jealous, then obviously they still have feelings, because otherwise, why would they be trying to make you jealous if they didn't care? And in cases like that, do not react. Do not give them a reaction. Just chill. Okay. Number 6 is that they are angry. Now, the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. And anger definitely is not indifference. So they're angry that they felt the need to break up with you, possibly. And they still have feelings for you, but you did something that warranted them having to break up with you. Now, that doesn't mean that you can let them be verbally abusive if they're angry. Never put up with that. But understand that if they're still angry, there's still a lot of feelings there. Sometimes people are angry years after a breakup, unfortunately. They just can't let it go. So there's still feelings there, but with anger, it can go either way. They're so angry that they never want to get back with you again, or they're angry and they do want to get back with you. Number 7 is that they won't or haven't given your stuff back or picked theirs up. Because if they were totally done, they wouldn't want any loose ends. They would want to get their things or have you send their things and give you your things back as soon as possible so they can move on, right? If you're done with someone, it's like, here, take your stuff, give me mine, and goodbye. So if they're not doing that, if they're delaying that, if they don't seem interested in getting their stuff or giving you your stuff back, then it's either too devastating to think about right now, or they aren't totally convinced they did the right thing. But either way, that's usually a good thing, because now they have a reason to contact you in the future. Number 8, they tell you they miss you. Aw. Often they'll text this and it's confusing. Now, unfortunately, just because they miss you, it doesn't mean they want to get back together. They may miss certain things about you or the relationship. After all, it wasn't all bad. And if you're going to respond to that, then your response should be something along the lines of, well, what do you miss? Let's see if they really do miss you, or if it's just a temporary feeling. Because if they can't come up with something important that they miss about you, then do they really miss you? But as usual, you want to wait a day or two to see if they really miss you, or if they were just missing you at that moment. And if they were, when you respond back, they may not respond, and then you'll have your answer as to, do they really miss you? Number 9, our favorite, drunk dialing, which I've mentioned in several videos before. And as I've said, the drunk mind speaks the sober heart. So if they start pouring out their feelings for you during their drunk dialing, do not reciprocate, because you're going to feel foolish if the next day they don't remember. Remember yesterday you said la 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 la, like, yeah, I don't remember, I was drunk. So while it's good that they're contacting you and they're speaking their sober heart, don't reciprocate when you're speaking to them and they are drunk. And finally, number 10, asking friends, colleagues, or your family members about you. If they didn't still have feelings for you, they probably wouldn't be bringing you up. And along with this, if they contact your friends or family to ask about you, especially since you're in no contact, they'll be curious as to why you've been so quiet. Now, it could be ego reasons. They may think that you're so devastated that you don't want to be in contact, or maybe you've moved on, so they're trying to get info. But tell your friends, colleagues, family, whoever, dog, if you have a talking dog, not to give any information away. Have them just say, oh yeah, he's fine, she's fine, from what I see. That's it. Do not give them information. So let me go over the 10 signs once again. Number 1, they want to stay in contact. Number 2, they're nostalgic. Number 3, they're giving you mixed signals. Number 4, they haven't blocked you or deleted the photos. Number 5, they get jealous, or they try to make you jealous. Number 6, they're angry. Number 7, they haven't or they won't give you back your stuff or get theirs. Number 8, they tell you they miss you. Number 9, drunk dialing. And number 10, they're asking friends, colleagues, or family members about you. So, comment below with signs you've seen that show that an ex still had feelings for you. And in the meantime, if you would like a coaching session with me, please contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below, and we will send you the rates. If you are listening on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe, and share so that other people can get this information and maybe put their mind at ease as to whether their ex has feelings for them or not. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.